Sunday morning. I've stopped for a morning coffee. I've arrived here at Gateway Roastery, which is really cool old building. I didn't have my glasses on, so I ordered what I thought was an espresso, but it's a iced coffee. It's called Thapae Gate. It's got lemon in it. Lemon and coffee. It's really delicious. Really surprisingly delicious. I'm going to drink this coffee and try and think about what I'm going to do today. Wow, it's excellent. This is a cold-pressed coffee, which is absolutely delicious, with triple sec. I thought I had tasted some lemon. It's got triple sec in it. Really good. It's actually inspired me. This is the Thapae Gate, and I'm close to Thapae Gate, so I think today I'm going to go and explore Thapae Gate. I'm going to have a look at that very famous Chiang Mai landmark and learn a little bit more about Thapae Gate after I finish this terrific coffee. Finished my delicious coffee. I'm now walking down Thapae Road to Thapae Gate. I'm going to explore that area. Now, unless I find something to eat for breakfast in between now and then. So I've got my eyes peeled for some tasty treats. Usually pretty easy to find some food here in Chiang Mai. So just got to keep my eyes open. I'm happy to report it didn't take me too long to find a little stop for some breakfast. So I'm going to fuel up. I've ordered some pad see ew before I have a closer inspection and look around Thapae Gate. My pad see ew has arrived. So pad see ew is wide flat noodles. I've got some chicken here. There's some bok choy in. See, lots of pepper, which I love, and egg and chicken. I love pad see ew. Pepper and soy sauce. Simple, cheap, and delicious. chili and vinegar. Perfect, quick, easy dish. I could eat this every day and be happy. So I've arrived to Thapae Gate, Pratu Thapae. So this is the gate of the old city on the eastern side of the city. And as you can see, it's very popular. This is probably the number one, arguably the number one tourist destination or photograph spot in all of Chiang Mai. So probably Wat Phantao, Wat Chedi and Thapae Gate are the top three must-see places when you're visiting Chiang Mai. So I've arrived here this morning, nice and early, and it's now 2022. So there's lots of remnants of the New Year's party here. They had a lot of New Year's parties around Chiang Mai, and this was one of the places. This place here, Thapae Gate, this square, is actually the site of lots of different festivals and live music performance, beauty pageants. And it's the place to come for festivals like Lᴜධᴇ or Songkran, the Chiang Mai Flower Festival. So it's a very significant square here, this area. And as you can see, it looks like a good place to come at night time. So I think maybe I should come back here tonight and see all these beautiful things are lit up, just to compare it with the daytime. It does. I think it'd be a really nice spot at night time. So I'm coming back tonight. So you'll see over my shoulder is one of the old rickshaw. So back in the ye old days, the rickshaws used to rule the city. They were everywhere. That was the one of the main ways to get around town. So sadly, there's not too many of these rickshaws left. It's a dying art form. It's a dying profession. Mainly, it's a dying profession because Chiang Mai City is not issuing any new licenses, and they've stopped issuing licenses quite a while ago. So the people who have the rickshaw licenses now will be the last. So the licenses will die out when they die out, sadly. So there is a pigeon problem in Chiang Mai, and it's actually, there's a law against it. You cannot feed the pigeons here, and there's signs up around the place warning people not to feed the pigeons because they have a pigeon problem here at Thapae Gate. However, it's not stopping these opportunistic locals who are using the pigeons as an excellent photo opportunity. So for a small fee, you can stand amongst the pigeons and then some guy, when the time is right, will shout and scare them away, and they'll fly away, and it'll create a magical photograph opportunity. So we keep an eye on it. We might see it actually happen. But in July 2021, 7 vendors, pigeon feeding vendors, were actually arrested. So there was a crackdown in July for some reason. So of the 7 that were arrested on that day, all 7 managed to escape, funny enough. And I guess they have just returned. This place here, Thapae Gate, is actually also the place where a lot of homeless gather. Where at the peak of the pandemic, there was a lot of food handouts here, and one particular day there was a queue that lined from Thapae Gate, went over 2 kilometers, so it went all the way down the moat, around the corner, past ChiangMai Gate, which is the south gate, and all the way to the Chinese embassy. That's how long the lineup was to get some free food. There's always some homeless people here, and in fact just last week there was a body found of a homeless man that was found in the middle of the day in the moat. It was very sad. So sadly someone discovered the floating body was actually the body of a dead homeless guy. Now I've seen a lot of people come here to hand out some food, and I saw a kind of an ugly side of it just recently. There was somebody who pulled up on the main road here, got out their car, handed out some food, posed for some photos for social media, and everyone looked happy. They were wearing very nice clothes, had a nice car. But then around the corner where I was sitting, there was a big fight broke out between some of the homeless guys who were just trying to fight over the food, which wasn't captured by the well-to-do people who are handing out the food. So it actually makes me question a lot. It's like, you know, when I hear about something like somebody who passed away, I feel horrible about when I read about somebody passing away and the body just being discovered in the moat. I feel horrible about so many people lining up for free food, and also people fighting over the free food. So it makes me wonder, it's like, what can I do to actually help? I've actually put a lot of thought into this, and for me, I personally, whenever I'm trying to give to some charity or try to help others, I kind of keep the Maslow's hierarchy in mind, where I just think about the basic human needs to start with. Things like food and shelter and medicine. So if I can ever give some money, that's my go-to. And then the second thing that I always look for is something to do with educating and helping children, because from what I understand and what research I've done, and from some of my experiences, the more we can train and educate young people and teach them things and give them skills, then that will set them on the right path and find gainful employment rather than it's the pigeon guy. So rather and find gainful employment. So anything to do with education and children and health and medical supplies, that's where I donate my money. You can donate your money and help in whichever way you want, whichever way suits you. That's fine with me. For example, my wife, she only donates to things like pet shelters. She doesn't care about humans for some reason. Anyway, and that's absolutely fine. I love it. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you want to help somebody, find your own way. What's the way that you feel your money or your time is going to be best spent? And be happy with your decision. It's a big problem, homelessness, and people in need, and it's a problem that's been with us forever, and it's going to stay with us. So whatever you can do to help, I encourage you to do that. When it comes to the issues of helping those in need and giving food to the homeless or the jobless I think sometimes we can be guilty of overthinking it, overanalyzing it, and thinking, hang on, where is my money going to? Where's my food going to? Is this organization, do they have too many admin fees? Or this kind of thinking. So I think that thinking is very healthy. We need to actually make some informed choices. But if that thinking prevents us from actually doing some things, then I think it's defeating the purpose. So do some research and make a choice and be happy with that choice. So just recently, a man and a lady in their 20s were arrested and facing up to 10 years in prison for graffitiing this wall here. So the two backpackers were staying here in Chiang Mai and they were having a night out in the town, a young man and young lady in their 20s. Guy from Liverpool named Lee got the spray can and wrote Scouser Lee, and then the girl he was with, her name was Brittany. Brittany was from Canada. Brittany got the spray can and wrote the letter B, so Scouser Lee and B were written on this wall. Now crazy thing is there's CCTV cameras all around this place, so these two backpackers got arrested and are facing up to 10 years in prison. There's some crazy people around. Pratu Thapae is what this gate is called. Thapae is the meaning for raft landing. So behind me is the Thapae Gate, but if you go straight ahead this way, you'll get to the Ping River. And this was the main raft landing area. So the rafts and barges and boats would land there, and then they would enter the city through Thapae Gate. And it was built in the King Mang Rai dynasty time, when King Mang Rai founded Chiang Mai. The moat was built, the walls were constructed, and the gates were constructed. Interestingly enough, all the way up into the 80s, these wooden gates would be closed each evening. So the city would literally be closed for the night. Here's a really good 3D model of the city, which is just in front of Thapae Gate, and just to help get your bearings. So we're here at Thapae Gate, so that's what this video is about. Just here is the Three Kings Monument, and I've just created a video about the Three Kings Monument, who the Three Kings were, and about this area. I've also done a video about Pratu Chang Pua, which is the north gate of the city. And I've also done a video about Pratu Swandop, so that is the western side of the city, and behind that, which is Suthep Road. So I explore Suthep Road in that video. So you can check out some of my other videos if you want to learn more about Chiang Mai. So I think I've seen enough of Thapae Gate, and I've shared with you what I've discovered and learned about this place. So I'll come back tonight and have a look at this place when it's all lit up beautifully with all these Happy New Year and Christmas lights. So it should look quite nice tonight. Okay, so I'm going to head home now, and I'll return to Thapae Gate tonight. fortunate. I've arrived here on a Sunday night, and this is the Sunday night walking street. Open only on Sunday evenings, so I've timed it really well. So I'm going to spend a few hours wandering around here. I do have a shopping list. I do want to get some artwork. I've got some wall space at home. Needs a beautiful Chiang Mai picture.
จันตาจวนเอ้ยคำมานั่งรถหาไปโตเตตามกองเหล่าโจไอ้ติดคุยโอคือมาตัวหาขัดใจวุ่นวายกาดหลวงนั้นมีลาผมใส่ยาง
เ So I timed the visit to Thapae Gate really well because it's on a Sunday, and Sunday is when there's the Sunday night walking street market, which is really, really great. If you ever get the chance and you're in Chiang Mai, be sure to visit the Sunday night walking street, which is just right behind Thapae Gate. It's definitely well worth a visit. Plenty of arts and crafts, hill tribe style arts and crafts, plenty of food, plenty of knickknacks, plenty of people watching opportunities as well. So if you do come to the Sunday night walking street, be sure to pay a visit to Wat Chedi Luang. It's a beautiful old temple. It's a temple which is undergoing some renovations at the moment, and then this ancient Chedi, which in the night time, as you can see just over my shoulder, is lit up beautifully with all these candles, thousands and thousands of candles. So it's pretty hard to do it justice with a camera, but it is really a beautiful place. In future videos, I want to stop talking just about the buildings and the history, and actually talk a little bit more about the spiritual nature of places like this, because you can't help but feel really peaceful here and a contemplative mood when you're in a place like this. Really, really wonderful.
My story got it told before the mornings and when life was lonely. Was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old.
Found the perfect gift for my wife, and also helping out stray dogs. To conclude now Sunday night out at the markets, I've stopped at Hummus restaurant for a quick falafel sandwich under the recommendation of subscriber Little Jimmy. Thanks, Little Jimmy. I'm going to have a falafel sandwich upon your recommendation, and I found another salad as well, which I'm going to indulge in. To conclude today, I have my enthusiasm and passion for community service has been reignited. I'm really going to investigate a lot more community service activities in the weeks ahead, months ahead. I'm not sure if I'm going to post any videos about them, because I think it's a bit more of a personal kind of a quest rather than look at me, look how wonderful I am. So I'm going to be doing that behind the scenes. But after seeing the homeless and discovering the homeless and the needs of the community here, I'm definitely going to get involved in some community service activities in the future. But it's been a good day. I've learned a lot about Thapae Gate. I've enjoyed the market, found a few goodies at the market, and now for a little snack before home time. Looks good. So on the shopping list was some artwork, and I managed to get some artwork. I got the space on the wall over here. That's what I was picturing when I was shopping, and I found this beautiful piece of artwork. I'll just it got delivered. So I saw this piece, and I couldn't get it out of my head. When I first saw it, I walked around the markets, around and around and around. I couldn't get it out of my head. I figured this is going to be the perfect piece for our home. Now, I bought this one a while ago. So this piece here, for me, what I really loved about it, first of all, the shape of it, but also I bought this when I first met my now wife. So it was kind of this romantic kind of a picture. I just love the colors, I love the trees, and I love this image here as well. So this is kind of moving into phase 2. Now we've got a daughter. So I'm no longer very special.
Weirdo.
The daughter is now more special. Now the idea was to put it up here, but it's much too big. So I'm going to have to do a bit of rearranging. So I'm figuring this will be the centerpiece here, and then I'll shift the smaller pieces over that way a little bit more. But then what's good about my art gallery is look at all the wall space I have, so I can just put more and more pictures. So I've started over here. This picture here, we used to live in Cambodia near a market, and they used to have the rainy seasons there. So this one really speaks to me about how the crazy marketplace in Phnom Penh. And I've got a few collections over the time from various places in Asia. So the art gallery is going to continue around my apartment, but this is going to be the centerpiece. This is my favorite piece. I can just picture myself staring and thinking about this and getting lost in the colors and the meaning behind it all. And so tonight was a great success. I achieved my goal of finding some artwork for home.